Yeah, I was strolling around last night. I really don't remember. I only remember there was a very soft and very nice air. So this was like I remember like in the Mediterranean area, for example, a very soft and nice end of summer breeze. So, and today there was a woman walking, let's say 5 meters in front of me, and she had a very beautiful scent. And this was really nice, so I was walking a bit longer behind her, so till another smell take me into a side way. Yeah, you said gamification, and this is this concept they are using. So to use gaming elements or gaming methodology for purposes that are not usually games. So planning process isn't a game. You can say it's a kind of a game if you use the criteria, for example, Hausinger uses. He says you need a playground, you need a specific amount of time, and so on and so on. You have some criteria, and in this way it might be a game, but at the end these games were shown in the movie. I would not say they are games more than they are simulations. And what we are doing, we are creating games as games, and we play the games as games, and it's not a simulation, it's in the real life. So you have some rules, and you have some materials, and you are going to a specific area, and you do some tasks, for example, with the game box. And for this we are using the term gamicipation. That means we participate people with and by games. So this Minecraft thing is a ready-made game, and the people are users in the game first. So they use the elements of this game to create something. What we are doing is we are not coming with a ready-made game usually when we are working in a neighborhood for a longer-term project. So what we are doing is we are coming there with a blank sheet of paper, and we usually are invited by institutions or by associations or groups of urbanists and architects, and they have their specific idea of an area, and they usually invite people to come to a public process. And then we talk about what is going on here in this neighborhood, and what is needed to be done in this neighborhood, or what is missing, what do you lack, or what do you see, and what do you make people aware about. And this is the starting point, and then we collect everything what is coming from the people, and then we try to create a game in a process. That means, so we try to find a narration, we try to find some characters, we try to find some gaming elements, methodology, the type of the game. Is it a card deck game, for example, or do we need dice, for example, and so on and so on. And this is a process, and it takes, let's say, not less than a week. Yeah, over the years, so I'm trained to see a lot of things, and to collect a lot of data, from very small things on the ground to graffiti and street art, to the constructions and the buildings and the architecture and the public spaces. And the people are using public spaces. The traces also are very interesting. Where do you find what type of rubbish, for example? So you can learn a lot about cities if you investigate on this. Also on colors. So if you focus, for example, on colors or on smells, for example, you can make some sensory mappings. And this is very interesting what you can read if you only use your senses in the city. So you can find out about the use of the public spaces of, with using your nose, for example, to smell. Yeah, it depends a bit. Most of them are not taking this that serious, so they think, oh, yeah, it's a game. This is good and bad at the same time, because a game is something that creates also an atmosphere of critique, and you can formulate some critique with some games, and because of the task, for example, you are giving tasks in a game, and then you can write in the tasks a lot of things. So to use the public space, for example, not as intended. To play a spontaneous play for the security or surveillance cameras, for example. And so you are using the elements in a city and in a street in a very different thing. And if you, for example, have the task to play something in front of surveillance cameras, you have to find surveillance cameras. And when you find surveillance cameras, some of them are very hidden, so you don't find them. Then you mark them and you see, oh, there are quite a lot of cameras here in the city, so this must be a very long play. So you have an experience and you find out some things. And this is not just a game. And most of the officials are saying, okay, this is a game, this is sometimes maybe they are also thinking this is time wasting in a way, but more and more they are interested because they see the value of these games and they see what can be done with the games. And so we invite everyone who wants to participate, also the municipality and so. And sometimes they are taking part in a very funny way, like in Chisinau in Moldova. So we invited them from the very first beginning, and they say, okay, this is a very long process and we cannot take part and so on and so on. But then they found out that we are doing very serious things, and they liked it in a way. And we just wanted to do a prototype testing, but this prototype testing was announced on the official site of the municipality. And it was spread all over the city, and then at the end there were close to 100 people coming to a prototype testing process. And this was really interesting. So, because in the street everywhere people were playing. This was really, I was standing in the middle of this and I was saying, so wow, what is going on here? So it's really interesting. Yes. Yeah, I would say these are two different things. So to be conscious in one hand and to be responsible, these are very far away poles, let's say. They are, this for sure, they are more conscious because they learn a lot and they see things and they learn to look at things. So this is for sure. But to take responsibility for things, this is another thing. So we always try to activate the people and to give them the chance also to engage. And this is very helpful when people from the municipality, for example, are taking part, or from the officials, so they can say, okay, if you are interested in engagement, so we can offer you this, this and this, or we can make a meeting and then we are coming together, and so it helps a lot. So, but so I think on a very low scale, the people are aware of, for example, rubbish in the streets, and maybe so they think, okay, if no one puts it away, so maybe I am the one and I put it away. So, for example, on this edge.